Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the brand new Karin Previon in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'm super excited to get into this. It's the last car from the 2 News DLC. Let's hop into it right now. Alright guys, so starting off we're going to go with the armor, of course, do that all the way up, as well as the brakes for sure. For the bumpers we have front and rear options. For the front bumpers we can add the custom front bumper, the street front bumper, race, or drift setup. I personally kind of like street or the custom. I think it's going to have to be the custom though. For the rear bumpers we can add the rear diffuser or the primary tipped diffuser. Let's go for the primary tipped. Kind of like that better. For the engine, of course, we can change the block to the primary V8, ridged primary V8, or secondary ridged. Honestly, I kind of like the regular look of it. I'm just going to keep it stock. For the rail covers, we can add chrome plated rails, primary, secondary, chrome mesh, primary or secondary as well, chrome smooth or primary and secondary smooth, chrome bolted, primary, secondary bolted, primary ridged, secondary ridged, plastic full rail covers, brushed full rail covers, primary, secondary as well, the primary race rail covers, secondary as well, primary APX, carbon APX, brushed GT, primary GT, secondary, or back to stock. Let's go for the primary GT. I like that look. Strut brace, probably just go with some, let's just do the primary strut brace. For the air filter, we can change it. We can do a plastic upper intake, plastic 450 CUI intake manifold, primary and secondary as well. Brushed V8 4-cam manifold, plastic V8 air intake system, brushed, primary, or secondary. I personally like the primary 450 CUI intake. I think that looks really sick. Engine tunes, we're gonna go all the way up on that, of course. For the exhaust, we can add a square exit exhaust, dual titanium tipped, dual exhaust, street exhaust, titanium tipped, angled blast pipes, or straight blast pipes. I like the titanium tipped. Those are some cannons. Let's put those on. Fenders, we can add primary bolted front fenders or primary front fenders. Let's go for the primary fronts. We can add primary rear fenders or primary rear bolted fenders. Not really a fan of it. I'm just gonna leave it stock, I think. No, we'll add the primary rear fenders. Why not? For the intercooler, we can add a custom intercooler, small logo, large logo, or one with twin fans, or one with a water sprayer. Let's go for the twin fans. For the headlights, we can change the glass color as usual with all the other 2 News DLC cars. We're not going to do anything there though. The hood, of course, we got the hood catches just like all the other 2 New DLC cars again. And for the hood, we got the carbon hood, the see-through hood, vented hood, carbon vented hood, street hood, carbon street, full vent street hood. Okay. Carbon fully vented street hood, side vented hood, tuner hood. We're back to stock. Honestly, the vented hood I think looks the best out of all of them. We're probably just gonna go for that one, I think. For the interior, you can change this similar to all the other cars from the 2 News DLC. I'll go for the carbon dash. For the dials, yeah, we'll add that too. Why not? The pod tacho and the dash gauges. You can change the door cards as well. I'm gonna leave mine stock. I like leaving my cars with like kind of a full interior. For the seats, we can change them. I usually go with the carbon tuner. I think it looks pretty good. Steering wheels, I don't really care about changing this, but I will just for you guys. We'll go for the Rally Clubman. The roll cage, of course, we can add one. I don't think I'm going to. This thing's not really a street build, so sorry, it's not really a track build, I mean. Yeah, so we're just not gonna add those. For the lights, we're gonna go xenon though, of course. And I think we actually will put a neon kit, but we're gonna leave it white. Yeah, that looks pretty good. For the livery, we can add racing stripes alt, Karin stripes, Karin alt, shopping list, of course, shopping list alt, classic Karin, stance Andreas alt, power metal drift team. We're back to stock. Don't really want to do anything to this car, honestly. I kind of want to just leave it like it is. I kind of have an idea of what I want to go for. I think we will go for the carbon mirrors. Actually, they look kind of ugly. Maybe not. No, let's leave them stock. I feel like stock looks better, honestly. For the plate, we are going to go yellow on black. For the respray, I think I want to go for mariner blue on this thing. I feel like it's one of those cars. Oh yeah, mariner blue, baby. Looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, it's for the brake calipers. Let's do something kind of bright. Let's maybe do like race yellow. Trim color, we'll do black. The accent color, I usually go for diamond blue. we're gonna go for that. For the roof, we can add the race roof scoop or the tuner roof scoop. Sure, we'll add the race. For the skirts, we can add street skirts, tuner skirts, race skirts, custom skirts, or street race setup skirts. Let's go for these. For splitters, we can add one, of course. We can do the plastic splitter, secondary, primary splitter, carbon street splitter. Ooh, okay. Primary tipped canards, carbon race splitter, race with primary canards, or race with secondary canards. I kind of like just the carbon street splitter. I think it looks pretty good. Let's go for that one. For the spoiler, we can add a small spoiler, a custom spoiler. Whoa, that looks pretty crazy. Okay, cool. Street spoiler, tuner, race, competition, big wing, stacked spoiler. Oh my goodness. Chassis mounted spoiler alt, or back to none. We're gonna have to go for the custom spoiler. I think it looks crazy. Let's do it. Sun strips, of course we can add one. I don't really think this car needs one, so I'm just gonna leave it off. Suspension, of course you can lower this thing down like insane amounts. We're gonna go lowered all the way out, obviously. For the transmission, we're gonna go all the way up, and the turbo as well, of course. For the wheels, I think I want to go with something from the street category for this car. I'm thinking maybe endos. I feel like they look pretty good. Let's do those. Let's add black coloring to them. Oh yeah, or we could go white. Marine or blue and white, man, there's something about it. I think we're gonna go frost white. Bulletproof tires, of course. Could add a tire design if we want to. I don't think I want to go with that on this car, so we'll leave it off. The windows though, let's tint those all the way out. And there we have it, guys. That is the Karin Previon fully customized. Obviously there's more that I could have done to it, but I think it looks pretty good. Let's take it down to the ground. We're going to do a sound test and a review. All right, guys, let's see how she sounds. Sounds pretty good to me. I think it shares the same sound as the Komoda, so it's going to sound pretty good. Now let's see, off the line, this thing takes off pretty quick, very little wheel spin. Is it actually four-wheel drive? I can't remember. No, it is rear-wheel drive only. Honestly, kind of feels like it could be four-wheel drive with how quick it gets off the line. Ooh, and the handling is very, very nice. I can just say that from the first corner already. It feels amazing. Can't wait to see what it does in the handling test up ahead. This thing is quick, boys. This thing is actually very, very fast. I'm very impressed. Wow. Well, so far so good for the Karin Previon, boys. This thing is insane. It's so quick. Handles really nicely too. It feels so planted. That suspension setup being lowered all the way out, man, it's making this car grip up really nicely, I gotta say. So, oh man, this thing is sick, boys. It's so fast too. It feels so good. Let's see how she does in the handling test here. Came in a bit wide there, my bad. Gonna have to see. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my goodness. This thing feels really, really good. I remember in my first impressions video, I said that I thought this thing could actually be a really, really good car for racing. It turns out that I think I'm correct. I could actually see this thing having like a crazy top speed and everything too. So we're gonna have to see what Bruffy has to say about that, but so far, guys, this car is really, really, really good. I would highly recommend picking this thing up just off of what I've driven of it, like right now. As you guys are seeing this car feels amazing. Like, it actually feels quite incredible. It has so much grip. The brakes are really good. It accelerates nicely. It sounds amazing. It looks pretty good. It could look a little better. I wish there's just a little more we could do to it, but I'm not going to complain because the car itself is pretty darn incredible, I would say. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review today. Definitely check this car out, especially after Bruffy's made his video. If you guys know who Bruffy is, Bruffy tests all kinds of cars when they come out into Grand Theft Auto Online and tells you how good they are for racing. I have an idea that this thing may be the next best coupe in the entire game, so make sure you go and check that out, especially if you're planning on racing, because that is going to be an important thing to know, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, leave a like, if not dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.